Hi everyone, guys and girls. Today, Dobby and I will be playing Peppa Pig. What's our first challenge, Dobby?
Yeah, hi everyone. Let's get started already. Why are you standing around for so long? Our first challenge is the floor is lava. It's easy. Just don't touch the floor to avoid dying in Roblox.
Dobby, I think all the subscribers already know what the floor is lava is. Do you see these beautiful figures here? They seem to be from the actual cartoon about the fat pig Peppa and her dumb brother George.
Ha ha ha. How did you die in such an easy part? Quit this game. It's too hard for you, Sheriff.
Ha 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 ha. You died there yourself. All right, my bro, let's get through this part quickly without any silly jokes. At the end, there's a robber who robbed Peppa Pig's house, and we need to catch and punish him.
Really? Then I'll speed up now. I hope there won't be any scary moments at the end. I don't really like scary games. Wait, Sheriff Labrador, what mode are we gonna play in the next video?
The next map will be the scariest one we've ever played. By the way, don't fall off the controller. There's acid below. I hope we meet all the characters from Peppa Pig today. I want to meet them. It's been my dream since childhood.
Did you see those funny characters from the cartoon? The creator did a great job making them. Wow, flying knives with blood? I wonder whose blood that is. I hope it's not Peppa Pig's or her brother George's. Oh, you see Daddy Pig sitting at the table there? He is really fat.
Yeah, I saw. Don't distract me for now. This fruit parkour is really tough. I'll wait for you, and then we'll go into this scary and smelly vent.
Now I've almost passed it. Everyone rushed into this ventilation. I hope we'll pass through it quickly.
Oh no, I fell into the pig's mouth. He ate me. Can you hear me? The pig ate me like a tasty cookie. I didn't think those pigs eat animals too. We're dogs after all.
Hello, it's Dobie. Can you hear me? I'm still falling towards you. It's really high up here. Wait for me a bit. Oh, I'm here now. I thought I'd never see you again. It's good that the pig didn't swallow us, but what's that hole down there? Should we jump?
I crashed, Dobie. Are you sure we should jump here? I saw acid there. Looks like it's his stinky stomach. There's a lot of different food there. How does so much fit inside him? But he's Daddy Pig. I wonder when George grows up, will he become as fat as Daddy Pig?
Wow, it's so beautiful here. Lots of delicious food, burgers, pizza, cookies. I'm really hungry. Maybe we should stay here and eat burgers. But no, it's dangerous. What if he wants to go to the toilet and all this food starts digesting? We need to escape from here quickly, Sheriff Labrador. Are you ready to run away from here as fast as you can?
Of course, I'm ready. We need to run away from here faster. Do you see that red hole at the end? I think we should run towards it. It's the only way to survive. I didn't expect it to be so scary inside Daddy Pig's stomach. Now I understand what you feel, Dobie, when you play horror maps.
Oh, a familiar challenge. Let's make a bet. If one of us dies, they won't be sheriff anymore. How about that? Although, you're a noob in Roblox, so maybe we can just bet on the title of the best sheriff in the world.
My bad, Dobie. I must have been mistaken. It was so easy. I passed it on the first try. Where are you anyway? We'll face even tougher challenges ahead, so we need to hurry. And by the way, do you remember you wanted to tell some scary story?
It was a cool evening in Mapleville when Sheriff Dobie woke me up from my warm bed with a call about a school invasion. Instantly, I roused my loyal partner, Sheriff Labrador, and we headed to the scene in our patrol car. As we approached the school, we noticed several cars parked outside the entrance. Something strange was happening here. Upon entering the building, we saw the glow of flashlights and heard quiet whispers. We stealthily approached the source of the sound and caught a group of teenagers bustling with cameras and lighting. "What are you doing here?" I asked, shining my flashlight on their faces. The teenagers jumped and turned towards us. It turned out they were YouTubers planning to spend 24 hours inside the school for their channel. They explained that it was their experiment, and they were curious how long they could evade detection. We kept an eye on the teenagers and concluded that it was just a prank, but it was important to return them to their parents and explain that such actions could be dangerous. As we drove them home, we made sure they understood their mistake and promised not to repeat such behavior.
Yes, I remember it as if it were yesterday. How good and fun it was to be the sheriff. I recalled another story. We got a call about a fireworks warehouse fire that woke us up, Me, Sheriff Labrador, and my faithful partner Dobie, immediately realizing that it was a serious matter. We quickly gathered ourselves and hurried to the scene. On the way to the warehouse, we saw flickering lights in the sky, rising higher and higher. It was so strange. Our little town rarely encountered such incidents. When we arrived, a crowd had gathered around the burning building, and firefighters were already trying to contain the blaze. We had to act fast. Dobie and I circled the perimeter to check if there were any other suspicious individuals nearby. In the backyard of the warehouse, we found a suspicious person trying to hide in the shadows. "Stop! Police!" I shouted, lunging forward. The suspect attempted to flee, but Dobie quickly intercepted him and grabbed his arm. It turned out to be a dragon with eyes full of fear. We led him away from the fire and interrogated him. He confessed to setting the warehouse on fire, although it was meant to be just a prank. He didn't expect the fire to escalate so quickly out of control. We detained him and handed him over to the authorities.
I remember that little dragon. Every day, my firefighter cousin would call me saying their house was on fire. It's a good thing our mayor allocated a separate air house for them, which wouldn't harm society. I actually wanted to tape his mouth shut back then, because young dragons can't control their fire breath. Do you remember that moment when we were about to go on patrol, but everything changed when we got a call from Daddy Pig? He was in a panic and told us that their children were missing. We reacted immediately and headed to Daddy Pig's house. There we were greeted by Mommy Pig, who was in tears. It turned out that their two children, Peppa and George, had gone out for a walk and hadn't returned on time. We began organizing a search. We had to comb through the entire neighborhood, search parks, forests, and even check some places they were known to go. But every time we thought we found a clue, it turned out to be useless. Finally, as it started to get dark, we decided to check the sheep's house, which was known for its delicious pies. We were so focused on the search that we didn't even consider the possibility that the children might be there. To our surprise, George and Peppa were at the sheep's house, sitting at the table and enjoying pie. It turned out they had gotten lost on the way and accidentally ended up at the sheep's house. He found them and decided to treat them until they found their way home. With relief, we took the children back to their parents. But it's a pity I didn't get to play with them then, because a new urgent call came in.
That's exactly how it was. That's why today we're going through the Peppa Pig mode. How do you like this Lego parkour? The challenges are getting harder and harder. I remember when we first started our service in the small town of Mapleville. It was early evening when our radios crackled with the first call. The voice on the other end was anxious. Someone had spotted suspicious figures near the old abandoned barn on the outskirts of town. We immediately headed to the location.
We quickly gathered our gear and headed to the old barn. The road was quiet, but my heart was beating faster than usual. This was our chance to show what we were capable of. As we approached the barn, I noticed that the headlights illuminated the old building, covered in moss and surrounded by thick undergrowth. We got out of the car and, holding flashlights in our hands, began to approach the barn.
We carefully surveyed the area around the barn. Everything seemed quiet. Too quiet. Suddenly, we heard a rustling from inside. I gestured to Dobie to follow me. We slowly moved towards the barn door. When we opened the door, our flashlights revealed several figures in the darkness. These were teenagers who froze instantly upon seeing us. It turned out they were just looking for a place to have a party away from adults.
At first, I felt relieved, realizing there was no serious threat. But then I decided we needed to have a serious talk with the teenagers. We explained to them that abandoned buildings can be dangerous and that it's best to find safe places to meet.
As we returned to the station, I felt proud of how we handled our first call. Yes, it was something simpler than we might have expected, but what mattered was how we acted together, as a team. "Well, Dobie," I said as we drove back, "looks like we did it." "Yes, Labrador," he replied, smiling. "That was just the first step. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and I'm ready for every challenge."
Wow, we most likely have completed everything already. That was easy.
Our adventures are really cool indeed. We went through this map pretty quickly, and now we're already at the finale.
All right, guys, we'll meet tomorrow on the scariest map.
I hope you'll be ready, Dobie. Bye, everyone.